Hello. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allendary. I am a speech language pathologist. I'm also the founder of Parkinson Voice Project, and I'm glad you've joined me today. Our goal is to help you regain and retain your speech and your swallowing, and we're going to take you through your Speak Out Home practice session. Today's topic, it was supposed to be about tennis. We'll do that a different day, and I changed it at the last minute to making a difference. I'll tell you a little bit about what happened this weekend, and anyway, let's go ahead and say making a difference and say it with intent. Ready? Making a difference. One more time. More enthusiasm. Ready? Making a difference. Good. And let's smile with intent. Give me your best smile. Very nice. While you take your sip of water, I'm going to share a photo with you. Very exciting. Last week at Parkinson Voice Project, we held our 2025 Lead with Intent Symposium. There were faculty members from our 28 Speak Out Therapy and Research Centers. Here's a photo of them. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. This is a huge project that Parkinson Voice Project started in 2021, and it is all about giving people with Parkinson's across the U.S. access to our Speak Out Therapy and Research, to our Speak Out Therapy. And so we are finding university speech clinics all over the United States that are willing to provide Speak Out therapy at no cost and specialize in online therapy so that they can help people with Parkinson's all across their state. It's pretty exciting. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to start with the first Speak Out exercise, the warm-up. I want you to lift your voice and project it up and over your computer. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. The name of the program is Speak Out. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Make sure to connect the syllables. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. And one more time, a little bit more intent. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's all take our sip of water. And you know that today is June 30th, the last day of our June challenge. I am going to give you an update in just a little bit, but let's go through some of these exercises first. Thank you to everybody who has already made your donation, and if you haven't, I hope you will go ahead and do that. All right. Next, Speak Out exercise, the ah. This is all about coordinating the breathing muscles with the vocal folds. When the voice comes out clear, you know you did it right. Ready? Ah. I shouldn't say you did it right. When it comes out clear, it means that the muscles are working correctly. Everything's working. It's in sync. Let's do it again. Keep speaking out. Project it forward. Ready? Let's do a shorter one. All right, and one more. Very nice. Take a sip of water. Do it with intent. That means you're thinking about it. All right. Next, speak out exercise, the glides. Project out a steady ah first and then start gliding. Ready? Ah. Stop. Ah. Good. Again. We are gliding with intent. We're being deliberate. Let's do another one. If the voice doesn't sound clear, try to project out. Don't let it go back here. Project out. Speak out. One more. Good. We are done with the glides. Take a sip of water. I really want to update you on the June challenge and tell you about something that happened this weekend. We will do that after the counting, and then we'll get on to the reading. All right, we're going to count to 12. I want you to lift every number and project it up and over your computer. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. We're being very deliberate and purposeful. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Let's do it backward. Ready? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead and take a sip of water just to update you on the on our June challenge. Today is June 30th. Thank you to everyone who's already made your donation. We are deliberate in raising money twice a year. Of course, people make donations all year round, but our fundraiser is twice a year. So about 2 weeks ago, I received a message from a family foundation. It was really exciting. We were told that they were going to be able to honor our request. We asked for a very large donation and very excited about it. In fact, when I talked to them, they said we're working on it right now. Well, last week we hadn't received the check yet, and this was a large gift. And so I checked in about it on Saturday and found out that the president of the foundation had been in the hospital. Now, she's okay. It wasn't anything too serious, and I even got to talk to her, and she said that she would be discharged on Sunday, and I did not have the heart to even mention the June challenge with all of that going on. So I'm going to pray that we are going to still receive that gift. If that gift comes in, I would say, based on what I've seen come through over the weekend, I think we're about $87,000 short from our $1 million goal. That is not bad. Again, we have not received that large gift, and I'm just going to pray and trust that it is still going to come in. It should. But, you get kind of disheartened about that. You start to worry. I will say I worried most of the weekend just because there's so many people with Parkinson's that need help. But then, I walk in this morning and there's a letter. And I'm going to thank this person named Linda who sent this letter. Let me go ahead and full screen. Anyway, it's just a beautiful card, a really nice card. And she says, "Dear Samantha and Sarah, thank you so much for making such a difference in my life. You are my oasis in the desert, and I look forward to the home practice sessions each night. You explain so much that I need to know, and you make me feel like I'm part of your family. I could go on and on about how well done your sessions are, but I'll close for now." And just a beautiful card. And I had another one that came in today also, and it said, "Thank you very much for sharing your upbeat and helpful exercises. They are a huge support to my brother in Thailand." Isn't that incredible? So we are making a big difference. The only thing holding us back, honestly, is money. That is it. If we had all the money in the world, we could help. I don't even need all the money in the world. We could help so many people, but it truly is the only thing that is holding us back. And we just have to keep pushing forward. And that's why I wanted to do this session today on making a difference, because I believe that all of us, if we keep forging ahead and just doing what we can, then we're going to make it. We're going to be able to help more and more patients and families. I'm going to share the reading material right now, and I think you'll enjoy it. Let's go ahead and read this first quote together and emphasize the highlighted words. And let's just all really think about how important the project is and what we can each do. So let's read this together. "Blessed are those who plant trees under whose shade they will never sit." Let's read that again, more intent. "Blessed are those who plant trees under whose shade they will never sit." And I was not able to figure out who said that. Let's read the next one. Let's use more intent. "Act as if what you do makes a difference." It does. And it really does. Let's read it again with more intent. "Act as if what you do makes a difference." It does. Next one. And I know you've heard this quote. Read it together. "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Let's read it again. Ready? "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." And I do believe that. I do believe that we can all make a difference. Take a sip of water, and then I'm going to ask you some questions. And whether your passion is helping people with Parkinson's or you have a different mission in your life, I believe we can all make a difference. So, moving on to the conversation, let's read this together. How many people are living with Parkinson's in the United States? Do you know what the estimate is? Go ahead and say it with intent. Read it together. An estimated 1 million people are living with Parkinson's in the U.S. Now I'm going to ask you another question. How many of these people, of the million, will struggle with speech and swallowing? Say the answer in your best voice. We're going to read it together. Ready? 90%. That's 900,000 people who will struggle with speech and swallowing. It's a lot of people. That's what keeps me up at night. How about this question? Don't read it. We're just going to have you answer it. How many people are living with Parkinson's in the world? Estimate it. Read it together. An estimated 6 million people are living with Parkinson's in the world. Now, out of 6 million, 90% will struggle with speech and swallowing. So what's 90% of 6 million? Say it with intent. Let's read this together. 90%. That's 5,400,000 people. That is a lot of people. Now I have a question for you. You don't have to read it. I just want you to answer it. What do you think your life would be like today if you never heard of Parkinson Voice Project? If you never heard of Speak Out Therapy, you never heard of the difference between the automatic and the intentional motor system. What do you think your life would be like? Say it with intent. All right, next. Instead of the bonus reading, we're going to do this. I want you to think of 3 ways you can help Parkinson Voice Project reach more patients and families faster. Because you do have the power to do that. You have the power to make a really big difference in the lives of people with Parkinson's. So think of 3 ways. Some of these you can do today. How can you help more people with Parkinson's? I'm going to give you 5 different ways. Let's read these together. We'll take it slow. We'll say number 1. Ready? Number 1, distribute brochures at PD support groups and exercise classes. You could send an email to intent@parkinsonvoiceproject.org and ask Sandy to send you. Tell her how many you need. Tell her how many brochures you need, and make sure to give your address, and just give those out at your support groups and exercise classes. Imagine if you did that and everyone else practicing today did that. All right, number 2. Say number 2. Ready? Number 2, watch the What is Parkinson's video with your family and friends. I bet you have family members and friends who know other people with Parkinson's. Invite them over to watch the video or share the link with them. Sandy will post the link. Let's read this together. Number 3, follow Parkinson Voice Project on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. If you are on social media, are you following Parkinson Voice Project? Are you sharing the posts that you really like with your family and friends and all of your followers? That's a great way to help. Let's read this. Number 4, make a donation. My best estimate, assuming we're going to get this large gift that I know it's not going to come today, but hopefully next week, I think we're $87,000 shy of raising $1 million this June. So make a donation if you haven't already. And then the last one, read it with intent. Number 5, consider joining the Bartholomew Circle. The Bartholomew Circle is people who have included Parkinson Voice Project in their estate plans. And I hope that you will really think about that because it will help future patients and families. And I'm going to say, everybody read this together. Thank you for your support and encouragement. I like encouragement. We need encouragement. This is a tough project. It's a really tough project, what we're trying to achieve, but I know that we can do it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you for your support and encouragement. And all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.